Most people are training abs completely wrong, and that's why you can't see them. I'm gonna show you exactly what to do, and more importantly, how to make them visible. First off, I'm gonna break down the only ab exercise you need to be doing, and then I'm gonna break down what's actually gonna make that body fat come down enough to reveal those abs. First I'm gonna show you is just a basic crunch. We're gonna do 2 sets of 20 here. So basic crunch, I like to do mine knees up and really keep those lower abs tucked in. I'm coming here, you can either come here or across your chest. All I'm doing from here is trying to roll my shoulder blades off the mat and coming down. Right there. All it is squeeze your stomach to raise up and then coming down. So one of the main things you don't want to do is I see people tend to start pulling on their head. We don't want to pull on our head, we want to squeeze our stomach to come up, come down. That's all it is. Just doing 2 sets of 20 on a crunch. Next, we're gonna roll into the ab wheel. So on this one, we're trying to go for the knees and keep my body straight, extend that ab wheel overhead, use my abs and flex back in. Body straight, come back in. So what you don't want to do is just your arms go out. See my butt and the rest of my body didn't come out. I'm not really working my abs here. Whole body goes down, big stretch, come back up. Big stretch, come back up. We just want to do 2 sets of 10 there, done with those. All right, now we're gonna shift into a little more on the lower abs. We're gonna do a knee raise. So I'm gonna show you here what we're doing. Knees bent, I'm gonna put my hands underneath my lower back hip area, knees bent, feet together. I'm gonna imagine I'm trying to roll my hips up and toward my chest. So it's the opposite of a crunch. So almost think of a reverse crunch here. Roll my hips up, come down, roll my hips up, come down, up, come down. So a lot of people you'll see they'll just do this. That works too, but to really get the most bang for your buck, you really wanna try to keep those knees bent and crunch up, crunch your hips towards your chest. So the opposite of a crunch. Here, roll up, roll up. We wanna do 2 sets of 15 there, done with those. Lastly, we're gonna finish with a good old plank. So this one's great. I like to do this one just because it trains my stomach, my transverse abdominis, or the muscle underneath your ab wall to really stay tucked and pulled in tight. So that way you'll have abs, but you'll also have your stomach pulled in tight at all times because you got a good strong TVA. So coming here, body straight. So I don't want my hips sagging. I don't want my hips up in the air. I want to stay here. I want to squeeze my glutes, and I'm squeezing my abs, but I'm breathing. So even though everything's squeezed, I'm still breathing. I'm just going for 30 seconds, and then I'm done. So 2 sets of 30 seconds. All right, so now we got our simple ab routine. So all we want to do there is work that little sequence, 2 sets of each of those exercises. You can either work them in a circuit or just work them separate. So 2 sets of each of those exercises, 3 to 4 times a week. So I like to do mine either after cardio or before I train. So before legs, before chest and back, whatever it may be. Do it before you train, because I guarantee you if you wait to do it after you do legs, you're not gonna have the energy to want to do abs. So do it before you train a muscle group or after cardio. So now that we have our simple ab routine down, let's talk about like how we actually get to see our abs. And to do that, we're gonna have to get that body fat low enough. So 99% of people's abs are already there. It's just hidden underneath a layer of fat. So what do we need to get that? What do we need to do to get that body fat down? We gotta be in a caloric deficit. So to do that, we can use diet or cardio. That's our 2 main levers we're gonna pull to get that body fat down. So first, let's look at your diet. So what should we do there? The easiest thing you can do there that I have most clients start doing is just reduce your calories your daily calories by 250 calories a day, mostly coming from carbs. So if you're eating 2,000 calories a day, cut that to 1,750 in way of carbs. So what you'll do is start with 250 one week, and then the next week, check the scale. If you're moving down a little bit, you keep it there. If you kind of get stuck, you cut another 100 calories, and then the next week another. You don't want to just jump right into, well, I'm going to cut 800 calories right out the gate, because that leaves you nowhere to go with making any changes when your body gets stuck. So if you cut 800 calories right out the gate, and after a month you do lose some weight, you're at 1,200 calories. You've almost got no other calories to give to keep you in that dieting mode before you're just almost in starvation and your body's burning muscle for fuel. If you like what you hear so far, subscribe to the channel. I keep things simple and to the point. Let's look at the last key to getting that body fat down, which is cardio. So we're gonna do the same thing we did with our calories. We're not gonna jump right into, I'm gonna do an hour 5 days a week. We're gonna start with 20 minutes 5 days a week, and I like to either do the stair stepper, the treadmill incline walk, the elliptical, or last resort I would say is a recumbent bike. You can also go for walks outside, but I would say the stair stepper is going to burn the most amount of calories. So those are my 4 best options, but just know that anything you do for 20 minutes is going to be a good start. So we want to do 20 minutes 5 days a week, and if you can do it fasted, which means first thing in the morning before you eat, it's going to be even a little better for you. So start with 20 minutes 5 days a week, and then the next week you may add 20 total minutes throughout the week. So 5 times a week for 20 minutes, and let's say the next week you want to up a little bit, where you're only going to add 20 minutes to the total week. So that might be 4 minutes to each session. So you're gonna go to 5 times a week for 24 minutes. So again, we just make small, subtle changes every week to keep your body fat, keep the body fat dropping without putting you into a state where your body's gonna start burning muscle tissue, because that's not the goal. We wanna drop body fat, but we don't wanna be cutting our calories so much that our body's not only burning body fat for fuel, but also our hard gained muscle tissue. And that's it, guys. It's very simple. Just work your abs a couple of times a week, and honestly, if I'm being completely honest, if you do enough compound heavy lifting and train correctly, your core is gonna be tightened up a lot of times when you're training. You don't have to train abs, but if you wanna feel those abs working and make sure your stomach's always pulled in, train abs 3 or 4 times a week, be in a caloric deficit with your diet, and do some cardio. That's it. You just gotta do those things consistently. It's not rocket science. So to sum it up, guys, if you're not seeing your abs, it's not because you need more ab work, it's because honestly you got a little bit too much body fat. So follow everything I just outlined in this video, and I promise you, you give it 6 to 8 months, you get that body fat under 10%, and you're gonna have shredded abs in no time. If you like the video, guys, subscribe to the channel. As always, stay swole.